Next Level English Podcast.
Here is something nobody tells you about speaking English with friends. Grammar will not save you. Vocabulary will not save you. The only thing that saves you is sounding like someone they actually want to spend time with. And today, we're going to make sure you do.
Because there is a version of English that sounds correct. And then there's the version that sounds like you, like a real person, like a real friend. And today, we are building the second one.
10 expressions, friends conversations, and by the end of this episode, you will have the exact English that makes people lean in closer when you talk. Stay until the very last expression because that one is the one real friends say to each other at the moments that matter most.
Welcome to Next Level English. I'm Tom.
And I am Maya. And before we start today, I need to share something that happened to me recently that is both embarrassing and the entire reason this episode exists.
I feel like I am going to enjoy this.
My friend asked me if I wanted to join her for dinner, and I said, affirmative. Affirmative, like a robot accepting a mission.
Affirmative, not yes, not absolutely, not I would love to. Affirmative.
She looked at me for a very long time, and that look is exactly what today is about. We're replacing every robot English answer with the real thing, starting right now.
Starting right now. Arc 1 complete. Let us go. Expression 1, and this first one is for the moment when your friend suggests something and it is so perfectly exactly what you are already thinking that you cannot believe they just said it. The expression is, you read my mind.
You read my mind. Say it.
You read my mind.
You read my mind means you said exactly what I was thinking before I could say it myself, like you went into my head and found the thought that was already there.
Your friend says, let's get pizza tonight, and you were literally thinking about pizza for the last hour. You read my mind. Let's go right now.
Or your friend says, I think we need a break from studying. You read my mind completely. I was just about to say the same thing.
Or someone suggests the exact movie you wanted to watch. You read my mind. How do you always do that?
You read my mind. One more time like you mean it.
You read my mind.
Expression 2, and this one is for a moment that every friend has experienced. You've been holding something in for days, something you wanted to tell your friend, but the moment never came. And finally, the right moment arrives. The expression is, I've been meaning to tell you.
I've been meaning to tell you. Repeat it.
I've been meaning to tell you.
I've been meaning to tell you means I wanted to say this for a while, but the right moment was not there until now. Meaning to do something means you intended to do it. You planned it in your heart, but life kept getting in the way.
I've been meaning to tell you, I think you handled that situation really well last week.
Or, I've been meaning to tell you, your advice completely changed how I was thinking about things.
Or the slightly more nervous version, I've been meaning to tell you something and I'm not sure how to start.
The one that makes the other person immediately nervous and immediately lean forward at the same time.
I've been meaning to tell you. One more time.
I've been meaning to tell you.
Expression 3, short, simple, one of the most important things one friend can ever say to another. The expression is, count me in.
Count me in. Say it.
Count me in.
Count me in means yes, I want to be part of this. Add me to the plan. Include me. Do not do this without me. It's enthusiasm and agreement and excitement all in 3 words.
Your friend texts you about a road trip next weekend. Count me in. I've been waiting for this.
Someone at work is organizing a surprise for a colleague. Count me in. Tell me what I need to do.
Your friend suggests a new restaurant. Count me in. I've been meaning to try that place for months.
Very smooth. Count me in. One final time.
Count me in.
Now, role play 1. 2 friends, a normal Tuesday afternoon, a coffee shop. Maya and Tom haven't seen each other since last week.
Tom walks in. Maya already has her coffee. She waves.
Maya, you're already here.
I was early for once in my life. Sit down. How are you?
Honestly, exhausted. I was thinking on the way here, we should just get coffee, sit, and talk about absolutely nothing important for an hour.
You read my mind completely. I had that exact thought walking in here.
We've been friends too long.
Also, I've been meaning to tell you, the thing you said to me last week about just making the decision and moving forward, I actually did it.
You did?
I did. So if there's ever a spontaneous trip somewhere this month, count me in, because I'm a new person now, apparently.
Count me in on that too. Absolutely count me in.
And scene. You read my mind. I've been meaning to tell you, count me in. 3 expressions in one short, warm, completely real coffee shop conversation. Did you feel how natural that was?
That's the difference between expressions you memorized and expressions you own. You own them when they start coming out of you in the right moment without thinking about it.
And we're about to give you 7 more. Expression 4, and this is one of those phrases that only good friends say because it requires paying attention, really paying attention to who someone is. The expression is, "That's so you."
That's so you. Repeat it.
That's so you.
That's so you means this thing, this choice, this action, this reaction is completely typical of you. It's perfectly your personality. Only you would do this. It's recognizing someone so deeply that you can see them in their own decisions.
Your friend adopts a stray cat on her lunch break. You're not even surprised. That's so you.
Your friend stays up all night rewriting a message to make sure it was perfectly kind. That's so you. You always care that much.
Or the slightly teasing version when your friend orders the most complicated item on the menu. Of course, that's so you.
The affectionate tease. That's so you. One more time.
That's so you.
Expression 6, and this one is the expression that holds friendships together through difficult seasons, through busy schedules and long distances and all the life that gets in between. The expression is, I'm always here for you.
I'm always here for you. Say it.
I'm always here for you.
I'm always here for you means no matter what you're going through, no matter when you need someone, I won't disappear. The always is everything. Not just right now, not just when it's convenient. Always.
Your friend is having a hard week. You don't need to fix anything. You just say, I'm always here for you, whatever you need.
Or when a friend is about to do something scary and they just need to know someone is watching. Go ahead, I'm always here for you.
Or simply out of nowhere, because sometimes people need to hear it when nothing is wrong, too. I just want you to know, I'm always here for you.
That last one,
The unprompted one is the most powerful.
I'm always here for you. One more time.
I'm always here for you.
Now, you try. Make your own sentence using I'm always here for you. Think of a specific friend, a specific situation, and write your full sentence in the comments. We read every single one, and we'll tell you if it sounds completely natural.
We genuinely read them, every one. Expression 7, and this one is the friend version of the deepest gratitude. The expression is, I couldn't have done it without you.
I couldn't have done it without you. Say it.
I couldn't have done it without you.
I couldn't have done it without you means your contribution was not just helpful, it was essential. This outcome, this moment, this achievement wouldn't exist if you hadn't been part of it.
You finish a difficult project at work. You call your friend who stayed on the phone with you till midnight helping you think it through. I couldn't have done it without you.
Or after a hard time in your life that your friend walked through with you. Genuinely, I couldn't have done it without you. You made it possible.
I couldn't have done it without you. One final time.
I couldn't have done it without you.
And now, if this is the kind of English you've been looking for, the kind that comes from real life, not from a textbook, subscribe to Next Level English right now, because every single week we bring you exactly this: real expressions, real conversations, real friends talking the way real friends actually talk. Hit subscribe and join us every week.
Now, role play 2. This one's warmer, slower, a little more real. 2 friends, evening. One of them has just been through something hard, and the other one showed up.
Setting the scene. Maya's apartment. Evening light. Tom has just arrived with food he didn't need to bring.
You didn't have to do this.
I know, that's why I did it. How are you actually doing?
Better now. It's been a strange few weeks. I kept wanting to call and then not wanting to be a burden.
Maya, that's so you. Thinking about other people even when you're the one who needs something.
Is it that obvious?
I'm always here for you. You know that. You don't have to wait until you're completely okay to reach out. You can reach out when you're not.
I have been meaning to tell you for a while that I could not have done this year without you. Not any of it.
You would have done it. You always do.
But it is nicer when you are there.
Then I will keep being there.
And scene.
That was something.
That was. I have been meaning to tell you. That is so you. I'm always here for you. I could not have done it without you. 4 expressions inside one completely real, completely warm, completely human moment between 2 friends who know each other deeply.
And that is the conversation level we're building toward. Not just correct English, English that makes people feel held.
Now, expression 7. This one is for introducing a long friendship to someone new. The expression is, we go way back.
We go way back. Repeat it.
We go way back.
We go way back means we have known each other for a very long time. Our friendship has deep roots. This is not a new thing. This is something that has been building for years.
Someone asks how you know your best friend. Oh, us? We go way back. We met in school when we were 8 years old.
Or at a party, introducing two people. This is Tom. We go way back. He was there for some of my most questionable decisions.
And somehow remained my friend.
Loyalty is a beautiful thing. We go way back. One more time.
We go way back.
Expression 8. And this one is for when a friend says or does something so thoughtful that ordinary thank you just doesn't cover it. The expression is, you have no idea how much that means to me.
You have no idea how much that means to me. Say it.
You have no idea how much that means to me.
You have no idea how much that means to me says that the impact of what they did is bigger than they can imagine. They gave you something, a word, a gesture, a moment, and they do not fully know how far inside you it landed.
Your friend remembered something you mentioned months ago and showed up with exactly the right thing. You have no idea how much that means to me, honestly.
Or someone defended you when you were not in the room. When I found out you said that, you have no idea how much that meant to me.
Or simply after a long conversation where you finally felt heard. Thank you for listening. You have no idea how much that means to me.
You have no idea how much that means to me. One final time.
You have no idea how much that means to me.
Expression 9. This one is for when you reconnect with a friend after time apart, when you pick up the phone after months of silence or walk back into each other's lives after a long season away. The expression is, let us pick up where we left off.
Let us pick up where we left off. Repeat it.
Let us pick up where we left off.
To pick up where you left off means to continue something from the exact point where it stopped. No awkward explanation of the gap, no need to rebuild from the beginning. You just step back in and carry on as if no time passed at all.
You reconnect with a childhood friend after 3 years. Let us pick up where we left off. Tell me everything.
Or after a difficult period in a friendship that's finding its way back. I don't want to talk about what happened. I just want us to pick up where we left off and start from right now.
Or at the start of a long overdue phone call. I know it's been a while, but let's just pick up where we left off. Ready?
Let us pick up where we left off. One more time.
Let us pick up where we left off.
Now, role play 3, the closing scene. Every expression from today in one conversation. 2 friends. End of an evening that started as casual and became something more.
Late evening. The restaurant is emptying. Tom and Maya are the last ones at their table. Neither of them reached for the bill first.
We go way back, and somehow tonight felt like the first time I really talked to you in years.
I know. I have been meaning to tell you that I miss this, just sitting and talking like this.
Count me in for doing it again soon, not in another 2 years.
Agreed. Tom, you have no idea how much that means to me, what you said earlier, about believing in what I'm trying to do.
That's so you, by the way, being surprised when people believe in you.
Fair.
I'm always here for you, Maya, for the big things and the ordinary Tuesdays, both.
Let us pick up where we left off, from right now, this version of us, more often.
You read my mind.
I always do.
And scene.
We go way back. I have been meaning to tell you. Count me in. You have no idea how much that means to me. That is so you. I'm always here for you. Let us pick up where we left off. You read my mind. Every expression from this entire episode alive in one real, warm, quietly beautiful final scene.
10 expressions, 1 complete friendship. Every moment covered, from the coffee shop Tuesday all the way to the late evening that turns into something you'll remember.
Final recap. Yours to keep. All 10.
You read my mind. For the moment a friend says exactly what you were thinking.
I have been meaning to tell you, for the thought you've been holding until the right moment arrived.
Count me in. Your enthusiastic yes. Your I'm here. I want this. Don't do it without me.
That is so you. The phrase that tells a friend you see them, fully, specifically with love.
I'm always here for you. The promise that holds a friendship through every season.
I could not have done it without you. The gratitude that goes deeper than thank you.
We go way back for introducing a friendship that has roots in history and real time behind it.
You have no idea how much that means to me, for when ordinary words are not enough to carry the weight of what someone gave you.
Let us pick up where we left off for every friendship that deserves to continue from exactly where it paused.
And you read my mind one final time, because great friendships always end up there, in the same place, at the same thought, without needing to explain it.
10 expressions. You now have the English that real friends use in real moments, not the textbook version, never the textbook version.
Tell us in the comments which expression hit the hardest today. Which one are you going to use this week and with which friend? Write us a full sentence and we'll tell you if it sounds completely natural.
And if this is the English channel you didn't know you were looking for, subscribe to Next Level English, because next week we're going somewhere even more personal. You're going to want to be there.
And Tom, genuinely, I could not have done this episode without you.
Expression 9, final line. She always gets there first.
Always. See you at the next level. Bye.
Bye.